Hello and welcome. I am Brian, club leader of Milwaukee area Nerf Outings, and in this video I'm going to recall to you the event we had last month on August 9th, which was Camp We Gonna Blast Ya, Glass Great Lakes Action Sports Summit, Humans Versus Zombies. This was over in Battle Company, an indoor-outdoor laser tag facility out in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, basically South Milwaukee. First off, this started off months ago with Josh or Turkey leading up the initiative for this glass HVZ. I was asked by him to assist, along with all the other different clubs like Chicago, Detroit, Purdue, and of course, well, Mano. Behind the scenes, we were compiling and coordinating everything. My role was beforehand, scheduling everything, like making sure that everyone knew their roles and what to do and when. And during the event, it was to be the shop of Moe's Stash. Complete, of course, with, false mustache and hat. Just to be silly about it. I would have done a voice, but I am awful at doing silly voices. We're intended to be more of a Sean Connery sort of voice, but I can't do that. Anyway, speaking of day of, how it rolled out for me was I arrived at the place, which wasn't hard for me. The Battle Company is very close to my house, which I was very happy about. But as soon as I stepped outside, it was hot, very hot. Even in the morning, it was warm. I think the heat index got up to 95 with 50-60% humidity. It was draining, very draining, but we soldiered through it. My car was packed to the brim, even though I thought, like, oh man, all I'm doing is just basically a shop and bringing a few obstacles. It was still packed to the brim, like I was hosting a regular Mano event. It was kind of surprising, but it's fine. I know that other folks have brought more stuff, like literally Turkey had to bring a whole U-Haul trailer full of all the MacGuffins and all the other pool noodles and shields and such that zombies got to use for other upgrades. Boiler League brought their big inflatable obstacles, which were fine. The problem is there was also a lot of wind, so it started to blow them over. We were able to solve that a little bit. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. While we were setting up, I was just basically focused on getting my little shop set up, which was awesome because I got to meet a whole bunch of people who purchased a whole bunch of things that help support glass, and also help provide shade and a good watering point. We did have another shelter set up in the field, but that was more for players to hang out, and then you could also have a separate area for people to hang out near the little tent we had. All right, one thing that I was not happy about is that I recently had to replace 2 of my tires because I drove my car into Battle Company. I guess they didn't sweep for nails good enough. They said that they had, and that's also partly why we only had a little bit of the area to play in. The day before, they unfortunately informed us that they found a whole bunch of nails in the northern part of their facility, so that we got our play field cut down by a third. So we still had a great time because it was still more than enough for the 30, 40 people. I forgot the head count that we had showed up, but it was fantastic. Got to run the whole facility, including the indoor portion, which was fantastic. Anyway, along those lines, during mission, we had 3 missions. During the first mission, I was a I was a zombie mod, just running around with 2 pool noodles trying to tag people. I learned some bad habits over the years from hosting so many other different Nerf events that usually if I tag a human, they become a zombie. But in this game mode, if a zombie tagged a human, they are wounded and have to wait for either a human to come get them back up, a medic human, or a different zombie has to come over and tag them in order to turn them into a zombie. That along with a little bit sparse outdoor cover, which is just the way that the playfield is. I only got 1 tag, and that was in the maze, indoor labyrinth laser tag arena, which was awesome. And I'm not trying to make it all about tags. I'm just showing how hard it was in the first mission, at least, when everyone still had all their cool blasters and kept all together. How hard it was to get tags, and that's fine. As a zombie mod, I shouldn't be expecting to get a whole bunch of tags. Whatever. I still had a bunch of fun just running around. I definitely did retreat to the indoor labyrinth because that actually had air conditioning. So I was like, oh, hey, I'll just hang out here, which was kind of the theme for a bunch of the zombies. They were just like, oh, we can just go inside the labyrinth and hang out and get an air conditioning, and the humans can't tag us this easy. Awesome, especially because the indoor laser tag facility, um, you had your furthest sight line was like maybe 10 feet in front of you, and there's two different levels, so there's all sorts of different angles and vectors you can attack from. It was pretty cool. Um, let's see here. Between missions, I was running the shop, again, most stash, uh, and providing shade and just hanging out and making sure I didn't get heat stroke. Thankfully, nobody got heat stroke. The only ailment that I heard of was that somebody had lost their lunch after they got back to their hotel room, which, if that's the worst that we have, I call that a success and that everyone was hydrating properly. Unless there's some story I didn't hear. Whatever. For missions 2 and 3, I was a human mod. I just grabbed a Sweet Revenge hammer shot from my bin of stuff I was selling, because I actually didn't bring any of my own blasters because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to play. I thought I was going to be at the store the whole time, but that turned out to be too boring. So anyway, ran with it. Just a Sweet Revenge, just tagging zombies running around. If I got tagged, I wasn't quite sure how it worked, so I just made it so that I went back to my shop, touched it, and came back in. I'm just running around with a Sweet Revenge, just plinking off. I wasn't having a huge impact, but I was still having a lot of fun running around with everyone. I have not played a proper Humans vs Zombies game mode in, gosh, maybe like 10 years. But this was an excellent return. Let's see, I also, as a mod, was returning the chipmunk balls to the chipmunk because there was this big guy, a big inflatable suit that was throwing these dodgeballs at humans to try to tag them. But you're in those big, inflatable suits. You can't really see down because his vision was about like this, so he can't see where the balls are. So I was indeed returning them to him, just to help keep gameplay flowing. After that, we had our final stand at the generator with the Wendigo. I think the humans won by like 1 second. I remember being very, very close, but I was just kind of on the outskirts, just harassing the zombies from their backline because I think, by the end of mission 3, the zombies just barely were outnumbering the humans. So I'm also not usually one for hanging out with other humans if I'm just a mod, I guess. I don't know. I still have to find out what my playstyle actually is. I've been hosting for so long, it's hard for me to work as a team because I'm usually just running off doing my own thing hosting events. This was very different. It was very nice, by the way, to be able to say like, oh, hey, there's this event specific question. Oh, look, hey, go ask that other head mod. I just run the shop. Or if I can answer a rules question, obviously I will, if it's within my grasp. Whatever. Teardown was pretty swift, especially because we had these big looming storm clouds coming in, but that's a good thing because the air finally started to cool off and stop being as humid, but it also started to block out the sun a little bit. But it was a bit of a rapid takedown, which was good. But thankfully, there was no thunderstorm. It barely even sprinkled, so we were fine. Everything got put away, but I was definitely feeling it towards the end. Then we went to Georgie Porgy's afterwards, which, if you ever get back to Battle Company and you're in the area, I would highly recommend Georgie Porgy's. They aren't open Sundays, but they're a fantastic burger and custard joint. After that, I went home and slept. I don't think I've ever had to empty my Camelback that many times. I think I did like 5, maybe 6 times, just refilling it. Thankfully, we had enough water for everyone. And even if our water coolers ran out, they also had a bubbler water fountain, if you're a heathen, inside the main thing. Yeah, that was kind of it. That was the Class HVZ for this year. I would recommend coming if you can make it out next year. We are looking at what we can do for next year. If nothing else, I think we'll do Battle Company, but I'm not the one leading that charge. I'm just working behind the scenes. Part of why this video is so late is because I just had my son who was born. Everything's fine. Everything's fantastic. It's just I've been focusing on being a dad first. That's why this video is so late. Otherwise, If I see a glass HVZ next year, if it happens, fantastic. I would love to see you. If nothing else, see you when I see you. Until next time, happy travels. As a little thank you to those of you who stuck around to the end, I'm working on Foam Force Tactics again. It's an idea I hatched in 2018 for turn-based foam flinging. I'm hoping to have it out either this year, maybe next year, but I think I have the core rules down, and as you can see, the core rules of this all fits on one page this time. And this next page is just 2 game modes you can try. Links to this is going to be in the description.